And as we've seen in the past few months, the mainstream media has started to be convinced as well, as we see article after article about the connected world. Now, this is a phenomenal opportunity for us, but it also represents a threat, because most of these articles have no idea what they're talking about. And our customers are getting expectations up to here of what's going to happen that have no connection with reality. And we're going to be the ones that suffer that disappointment when the realization occurs. Now, anyone who's been in IT for even a few years has seen this happen again and again. Gartner even has a name for it. They call it the cycle of hype. And it talks about how those expectations are raised. Well, the media will have just as much fun destroying us as they had setting us up. So we as a group have a challenge to meet the extended expectations of our customers. We have to find a way to create thrilling, engaging products. And actually, this is exactly why we're here today, because platforms offer that opportunity. Platforms offer us a faster way to market. They offer us the chance to focus on the products that are most engaging, the pieces that are most interesting to our customers. They help us deliver these with reduced capital expenditure, and they help us deliver them with higher quality. This is our path to fighting the cycle of hype. Now, before I get to the next slide, because I know you're dying to see it, I'd like to point out that there are several audiences here in the room. We have device makers, we have telcos, we have application engineers, and a platform has to deliver something for each of these groups to really deliver value. And so I'm thrilled today to present the Gemalto M2M platform and talk about what we can offer for each of these audiences in the M2M space. Out of the gate, we have our Centurion modules. We offer a clear roadmap moving from 2G to 3G to LTE. We have modules that include Java, giving device makers the chance to deploy functionality post-certification and to reduce the component count on their boards. One of these items, the sensor logic agent, is also a Java applet that I'll talk about more. Further, for the device makers, we have a Java kit coming out this quarter to make it even easier to design your devices to include the advanced features that we're offering. Most of you know Gemalto for SIM cards. Well, we go beyond SIM cards, offering a MIM, a machine identity module. This has more rugged characteristics, higher and lower operating temperatures, an extended life operating system to help reduce the chance of failure in the field. Moving from this perspective into the world of the telcos, we offer the MIM Services Platform. The MIM Services Platform is a client-server application where the client actually resides on the MIM. The client connects to the server and provides telcos with diagnostic information at the network level, not at the device level, about things like quality of service and signal strength, to help telco carriers support their SLAs in the field. Furthermore, we offer the remote provisioning solution. This is something we demoed in Barcelona this year in February. The RPS system enables the delivery of a new subscription onto the SIM in the field. We're working with the GSMA now to support the 4 use cases that you see here: subscription download, swapping a subscription, transferring a subscription, and terminating a subscription over the air, so that a device, perhaps a device with an embedded SIM or MIM that's already soldered in, can be changed and can be switched from country to country, from region to region. And so we support not just the life cycle of a device, but also the life cycle of things like connected cars. Beyond this, we have our application enablement platform, Sensor Logic Platform. And this offers something not only for the application engineers, but also for all 3 groups, all 3 audiences in the market. For the application developers, we have open APIs. These are JSON data, this is a RESTful interface, this is everything you want to build an MVC application. doesn't matter if you're working with iOS, with Android, Java, PHP, .NET. Use what you already have, expand M2M services into your existing applications, and connect to the platform through an open API standard. We offer device connectivity and device management, and we have an administration portal that provides insight into devices, whether they're using the sensor logic agent or not. Now, obviously, the sensor logic agent gives an easier roadmap and an easier way to connect, but we are device agnostic. We'll work with devices that are using Centurion modules, but we'll also work with other device makers and can provide support through our admin portal for these devices. What does this look like in the field? I'm happy to announce one of our partners, Seneco Labs, is launching the product Duratus, and a press release went out today. And Duratus is providing support for the cold chain industry. Now, as you look in the upper left, you see the thermometer. This is the way that many biological sample companies are monitoring their samples in the field, a thermometer and a clipboard. And so Seneco Labs, in launching their product, is working with a device that provides real-time information on the temperature of the device and the location of the device, as well as alerts when the device begins to cross a critical temperature threshold so that action can be taken. Now, we've got a demo of this as well as the other things at the end here, so we'll come back to that. End-to-end, Gemalto is offering a portfolio of building blocks to enable M2M solutions. The infrastructure is there. We want you to be able to focus on the differentiating features to thrill your customers. We want you to be able to focus on exactly what makes your product unique. Now, many of you in the room know Gemalto in the past from SIM cards, and I'm really happy to be here today to tell the story beyond the SIMs into the world of M2M.
If you need to activate 5 million of the latest 4G smartphones on your network in one single weekend, who can you trust with your reputation? If you are a nation looking to strengthen democracy through a secure voting system, who would you rely on? Or the web services of the world's largest online retailer, helping businesses in 190 countries make the most of cloud computing? Or the world's leading telcos and banks, bringing NFC and mobile payments to over 1 billion users. You know the extraordinary promise of the digital revolution is nothing without trust and convenience. You may not know that one company is behind all of these successes. A company trusted by many of the most respected enterprises and governments to securely deliver convenient digital services to billions of individuals. A company with a unique approach to creating software platforms, products, and services across markets. Gemalto, helping you thrive in the digital world.
Now, we've got a couple demos, as I mentioned. Laurent's going to set that up in parallel. If we have any questions in the room, we can take a few comments. You want to switch? Oops. Mic's on. We have 4 demos. That's still working. 4 demos to walk through, most of which I mentioned in the presentation. So we have the remote provision. Sorry? 8 minutes, okay, thank you. So the remote provisioning platform that I mentioned, and we've actually already downloaded a new subscription, and so we can show a swap from one subscription to another on a SIM. We have the MIM services platform, and so we can show the interactivity and the diagnosis of connectivity and quality of service. We have the Duratus application, which is running on the Sensor Logic platform. And we have our admin portal, and we can show some of the features that are available through the Sensor Logic agent. So this is the RPS solution. What you're looking here is at a terminal interface that's showing the MISDN of the current system, and it's active right now on a bootstrap profile. And so if you deploy an embedded SIM, you need a base profile there to establish connectivity on a GSM network. And then when we execute the swap, what you'll see is that the MISDM will change and the home network will change, and you'll actually see a new MNO listed there. Now, right now, for NDA reasons, we're not able to show any of the actual MNO names here, but we did have a trial in Barcelona. Might find out some of that information there if you wanted to look that up. The trial is in conjunction with the GSMA and also some large manufacturing organizations. Is this something you kick off, or?
Now, in fact, inside the MIM, we have 2 subscriptions. For the purpose of the demonstration, we already downloaded the subscription of the MNO1. So as you can see, we have the Bootstrap subscription, and currently the module has attached the network thanks to this subscription. And now what I'm going to do is to switch from one subscription to the other subscription. So it takes some time. Now I propose to have a look on the other application we are able to provide. The other application is the MIM services. The MIM services rely on a client that is deployed into the SIM. Thanks to that, we are able to retrieve some information independently of the device. It means that we are able to detect the insertion of the SIM in a new device. It can be very useful to make easier the provisioning of your back-end, but it's also possible to detect change of any device. It can be very useful to prevent any fraud. So thanks to that, we are also able to monitor the state of the MIM, to monitor which operators are used by the different M2M service provider. It can be very useful to identify very frequently used operator and to optimize your waiting plan. And we can also able to set some threshold to monitor the quality of the network, to monitor if there are too many reboots, or to monitor if there is any change of device. The next application is the administrative portal of the SensorLogic platform. SensorLogic platform is the application enablement platform that is used to develop faster, easier, and any new M2M application. So we provide for sure API, but we think that API is not enough. We propose also an administrative portal thanks to operate any basic administrative operation, but also to enable our SensorLogic agent. What is our SensorLogic agent? It's a Java application that can be deployed in Gemalto Java module. It acts as a client and allows to exchange some information between the module and the platform. So thanks to that, the developer has just to take care and to focus on its business application, and no need to reinvent the wheel, to reinvent the protocol. It just uses the API into the Java module, and it uses the API on the M2M platform. So as you can see, we can monitor, the basic example is to monitor the call chain. Here we are able to monitor the temperature, and for sure we offer several other features like managing the group, managing different organizations, different service providers, to show the different reports that are sent by the Java module, to position different alarm settings. We have also some API that are more oriented on track and trace use case, like to monitor some, to define some geofence and to tweak some alert if you enter in some area. And for sure, you can be notified by HTTP post, by SMS, or by mail, no problem. And the last application is Duratus.
So Duratus, as I said, is a cold chain application. The initial customers are in the biomedical sample. We actually have a client from Seneco here. Jonathan is the COO. He'll be available to talk to at our booth later on this week as well. As you can see, the real-time locations, the historical route of travel, the actual temperature, and the temperature history are all available in the application. And this is live. That truck was driving around somewhere in the Dallas area right now.
So I come back on the remote provisioning system, the ability to switch between 2 subscriptions. So remember at the beginning of the demonstration, we are using the Bootstrap subscription, and now we have switched to the MNO1 subscriptions. So meaning that if you can see here that the current active subscription is the one of MNO1. And if I switch to the client interface, we can see that the current subscription has changed, and the MSSDN has changed also. So it's a unique, it's a unique solution to a posteriori provision a new subscription, especially for car maker or smart meter company, energy company, or all international company that has to ship their device into different countries.
Any questions before we wrap up? All right, well, thank you all very much. As I say, we're thrilled to be able to show you the portfolio solutions here. Oh, yep. Well, after the gentleman from Ethereos was kind enough to defer to your choice, I don't know that we could do anything less. No, we chose provisioning. All right, well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and attention today.